Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about another recent addition into the Criterion collection. This is Devi. This is a film from 1960, recently released, I believe, in October of 2021. It's also known as The Goddess. In fact, if you look it up on IMDb, I think you have to put in The Goddess. I don't think it comes up as Devi. But it was made in 1960, but it's set in the late 1800s. It's a story of a young wife who is living in a very wealthy Bengali household. Her job is to basically dote on her father-in-law. Her father-in-law is devoutly worshiping a specific goddess. He devotes most of his time to this goddess and meditating on her wisdom. And one night, and we clearly see that this father-in-law has become infatuated with his daughter-in-law. She has brought light into his household, and one night in a dream, he dreams about the goddess, he dreams about his daughter-in-law. He conflates the two together, and when he wakes up, he has become convinced that his daughter-in-law is a reincarnation of the goddess. The daughter-in-law is supposed to be 17 at the time. Her husband is completing, who's a bit older, he's completing his studies at university. He is part of the enlightenment that swept through Bengal in the educated classes of Bengal in the late 1800s. He represents rationalism. He comes home, argues with his father. We see this clash of the irrational versus the rational. Ray was concerned that Western audiences wouldn't understand this film, so we see in the supplements, we see a quote from Ray where he says Western critics need to take a course in Hindu, in the Hindu religion, the veneration of goddesses, the place of the daughter-in-law in the household. But I don't think he really need any of that. Ray's filmmaking techniques, the precision of his storytelling, the kind of performances he gets, the expressions, they all convey everything that you need to know. You don't need to know that there's a universality to this movie. And because the appeal, the appetite for the irrational is with us forever. It's never going away. In modern times, you can look at the internet as a treasure trove of the irrational misinformation, and it's just astonishing how many people consulted for this kind of delusional, emotional delusions that there seems to be such an appetite for. So there's a universal element to the film, but there's also a very precise critique of orthodox Hinduism versus humanistic Hinduism. Ray, if nothing else, is one of the great humanist filmmakers I've ever encountered. And although this Criterion release is light on extras, and we've been spoiled recently in the Criterion collection with High Sierra and Incredible Shrinking Man. They're just loaded with great extras. This only has a couple of extras. They're pretty good, but they're very short. And one of the extras concerns interviews from about 2013 with Sumatra Chatterjee, who plays the husband in this film. At the time of the film, he was about 25. And Sharmila Tagore, who plays the goddess, the daughter-in-law. She's playing 17, but she was only 14 years old at the time of this film, and she is absolutely superb. The emotions that she has to convey, the confusion, the doubt, the grasp of reality. She's suddenly been transported into an unreal world that's challenging her mental capacity to absorb. They had appeared in Ray's previous film, The World of Apu, which was the last of his Apu trilogy. And they had great chemistry together. You really feel that there's a devotion between the two at the beginning of the film. that is obviously torn apart by the father-in-law's delusion. And the father-in-law is also just a great performance by an actor by the name of Shabi Biswas. So powerful, and you always see him as a human being. And is he mad? Has he gone mad? Has he gone senile? He really believes in this delusion. There's a moment. He has a moment when he says, "Am I mad? Have I gone mad? Am I just?" And no, no, no. This is real. She is the goddess. And we learned that Shabi Biswas actually was one of the most renowned actors in the Bengali theater, and also in movies. And we get in these conversations we get such a great feel of what Satyajit Ray was like as a filmmaker, how he handled actors, how he handled the crew members, the cinematographer, and how multi-talented he was. He actually writes one of the songs that's sung in this film. Then we get a video essay by Mahili Sen. She provides all the information that Satyajit Ray thinks a Western audience would need, and more. But again, only about 20 minutes, as well as the conversations with the actors. It only lasts about 20 minutes. It would have been a great commentary if they had allowed Sen to do a commentary. And then we do get a fold out, and I believe this is based on the original art of the original release of the film. And we get an essay by Devika Garish, and really good essay. I mean, you really do learn. It's not that what's there isn't good. There just isn't enough of it. But nevertheless, I would not argue with anybody who believes that Devi is a masterpiece that's been overlooked. So even if it's light on supplements, it's a great addition into the Criterion collection. Okay, thanks a lot for everybody, as always, for managed to stick with me this far. I really do appreciate it. Comments are welcome. You guys take care.